everybody. I'm Erika. I really like to thank Elizabeth for having us here tonight. The dinner was really great. There was squash with the chicken, and I don't eat squash, and there's a specific reason I don't eat squash. One time I was very small, as we all were, and my mother had choir practice, so my dad was in charge of me. And I suppose that his thought process was something like, I have a small person in the house, it probably needs nourishment of some kind, I should probably make it a large plate of squash. And I'm a very well-disciplined individual, I was raised very well, and I was to sit at the table until the squash was gone. So I was there until nighttime, and to this day I don't eat squash. So everything was very good, but I can't speak to the squash. The theme of my childhood was bar fights. Everyone has the basic, you connect with your dad by roughhousing, There's 6 of us, right? I'm the oldest of 6. And it would always start I would just be doing something minding my own business, being 4 years old, and I would just be attacked from out of nowhere by the large man who lived in my house, and to alert the other people who lived in the house that there was a thing going on, someone would yell bar fight, and then half a dozen people would come and join in, and we would all be attacking each other. So that was the thing that we did quite a lot. We also had Duplos, the really large Lego that you would play with. And we used to build these walls with Duplos, right? And we would build them, but we would leave a little hole in the middle. And Ant would get down behind them and stick his nose through the hole, and he would be the bank, right? We played bank. And he would be the banker, so we would come and we would, give him our Duplos and sit around for 5 minutes and get 1.13 Duplos back. 5 minutes, right? The interest rate was fantastic. It was pretty fun as a macroeconomic-based childhood games go. And every once in a while, we would all, the bank would not loan to people who use the Duplos well. My brother Isaac is here. Isaac liked to build these shitty guns out of Duplos. The Duplos weren't even the same color, and the bank would still give him loans. He should not have been getting loans from the bank at that point. So there would be a run on the bank, decreasing the supply of normal funds. Everyone would get angry. So naturally there would be a bar fight. And we would fight. The bank would be destroyed. It was terrible. There was carnage left and right. And then Ant had work to do, so he would leave, and we would have to clean up. And he would do that because at this time it was just me and my brother, so Ant was the 25%. He owned 1% of the household's wealth. For someone who is as concerned with my academic success as Ant seems to be, he's really gone out of his way to sabotage it over the course of my life. The first time that any of my teachers spoke to my parents, I was in kindergarten. I'll give you some backup here. So I assume that when you're a dad and you're hanging out with kids and they want to watch a movie, you probably don't want to watch the movie, right? You probably want to do something else. So to entertain himself, he would, make up rules about the movies. And this was back before he discovered his libertarian roots, so everything was about respecting authority. So, the FBI warning comes up, right, before all the movies that you watch. And the rule throughout all of my childhood was when you see the FBI warning, you stand up and you salute. And you stand there until the FBI warning is gone, and then you can sit down and enjoy the movie. Because it's showing you rules, and so you acknowledge the rules, and then we watch. So that's what happened, right? And then one day I was in kindergarten. And I'm a very tall person. And when I was in kindergarten, I was 4 feet tall. No one's 4 feet tall in kindergarten, right? So I'm 4 feet tall. I had a unibrow. I was a really hairy kid. I had the same amount of hair. I was just half the size, right? So just a really hairy, gigantic kid in kindergarten. And I'm really excited. We're gonna watch The Lion King 2. I'm sitting right in the front. I'm so pumped about The Lion King 2. I saw the first one, so I'm ready. And so the movie goes right. The FBI warning comes on. I'm up, right? We're saluting the FBI warning. That's what's happening. We're respecting authority. And I'm looking around, and all the kids are just sitting there. I was like, you guys are gonna get arrested. What the hell? So then we have to talk with the teacher about, hey, your gigantic kid disrupted the movie. Let's do I misunderstood. And my report was on the iguanodon. You know, the things they have, like the spikes for thumbs, they walk around on two legs, they're really exciting. So I'm writing this, I have little illustrations. I was always a very good artist, right? I would do little illustrations. And we're in the car back from somewhere. I'm talking to my parents, and I was like, you guys, I'm doing this great report on the iguanodon. I'm so excited. What do you know about dinosaurs? And my dad's driving, you know, and he's like, well, you know, iguanodon, that's a Latin for thumb lizard. So I'm like, okay, Latin for thumb lizard. Right, my report, right? Next to like a little picture of like a thumb with like I drew like scales, you know, so you can see what the thumb looks like. You know, iguanodon, Latin for thumb lizard. No, -5, notes to the parents. Where's your child information? Not true. I think I got the worst of it because by the time I caught on to the fact that my dad's a psycho, I was like, this is cool. What can we do to the other kids? So for about a month, Isaac thought his real name was Woodrow, and I believe that he asked his kindergarten teacher to change his name tag to reflect the truth of the matter. We're a very truth-seeking family. He, I believe, also came under some fire for trying to present Ankylosaurus for Truth and Tell, which Isaac, somehow, I don't know, was under the impression was a small trained dinosaur that our family owned. Not true. Sorry, man.
You told me it lived on the shelves and it didn't let small people see it.
Some of my favorite one-liners from Ant can be found, and I'm sure that most of my Twitter followers, Instagram followers, anyone on Reddit, I'm sure you've seen this. I really learned to capitalize on the dumb things my dad says. Here are a few quotes. I feel so bloated. Antony Davies, PhD. I think someone hacked my Pinterest. Antony Davies, PhD. One of the favorite. I'll tell you that. I haven't said it and not tell you all of them. I didn't expect him to ever find out that I was capitalizing on him on social media. Until one day, one of the people who liked my Instagrams happened to be a friend of his on Facebook, and it showed up in his newsfeed that they had liked this picture. And he came to me and he was like, hey, what is this? What's going on? My dad's also my professor, which is cool, right? Because after class, I could go to his office and I could do work at his computer. And I was working on my econometrics homework, and I wanted to save it on his computer so I could find it again easily, but he's an economist, right? So like saving something is like econometrics homework, like how hard is that going to be to find it? So I saved it on his desktop, you know, under a special name, right? I get a text a few days later. You saved a file on my desktop titled butts.xlxs. Everyone saw it while I was trying to prepare for my slides. It was on the projector. God, I know a lot about that. So Ian found out that I was using him for fake internet points, but what was family really for? That's all I have for you guys. Our next presenter, I believe, is Matt Ryan. He is my favorite economics professor of all time. Probably the best economics professor I've ever come in contact with as a human being and an economics professor. Just really good